Hi students, in last period we are studying about the shape of the chromosomes and types of the chromosomes. You know that the four types of the chromosomes. The first is metacentric, second is submetacentric, third is acrocentric, and number fourth is telocentric. Now today we are going to the study of the types of the cell division. Types of the cell division. How many types of the cell division? There are the two types of the cell division. Number first is mitosis and number second is meiosis. Discuss about the first step of the cell division is mitosis. Mitosis occurs in a somatic cell and stem cells of the body. And meiosis is completed through the main two steps. The first is mitosis is completely through the two main steps. Now the first is karyokinesis and number second is cytokinesis. They are the two main steps of the mitosis. Discuss about the first types of the mitosis. Name is karyokinesis. In karyokinesis is completed through the four steps. Karyokinesis is completely through the four steps. The first is prophase, second is metaphase, number third is anaphase, and number fourth is telophase. We discuss about those types of the karyokinesis step by step. Now the first type of the karyokinesis is prophase. In prophase, condensation of the basically thin thread-like chromosomes. Thin thread-like the chromosomes, and chromosomes becomes short and thick. These are the chromosomes. These chromosomes are the short and thick. Formation of the sister chromatids begin. The formation of the sister chromatid begins and duplication of the centrioles. Duplication of the centrioles and movement of each centriole to the opposite poles of the cells. The movement of the cells, movement of the centrioles to the opposite poles of the cell. And nuclear membrane and nucleolus. This is the nuclear membrane and this is the nucleolus. Nuclear membrane and nucleolus start to disappear. This is the first step of the karyokinesis, is a prophase. And next step of the karyokinesis is a metaphase. This is the second step of the karyokinesis. In this metaphase, the chromosomes completely disappears. This is the chromosomes completely through the condensations. Chromosomes completely the condensation, and chromosomes clearly visible along with the sister chromatids. Clearly visible along with the sister chromatids, and all chromosomes are arranged to the parallel. All the chromosomes are to the parallel, that to the equatorial plane or the central plane of the cell. The formation of the flexible proteins, that means the spindle fibers, between a centromere of each chromosome and both centrioles, and nuclear membrane. This is the nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane completely disappears. The nuclear membrane present in the prophase, but in metaphase, nuclear membrane is completely disappears in a metaphase. This is the second type of the metaphase. And next, number third step or third type of the karyokinesis is anaphase. In anaphase, formation of the daughter chromosomes. The formation of the daughter chromosomes, which appears like the bunch of the bananas. Now the bunch like the bananas. The formation of the daughter chromosomes, which appears like the bunch of the bananas, and they are then pulled away from each other. They are then pulled away from each other, and in anaphase, the centromere split. The centromere split, and thereby the sister chromatids of each chromosome is separate. Sister chromatids of each chromosome is separate, and they are pulled apart the opposite direction. With the help of the spindle fibers. Part apart or the opposite direction with the help of the spindle fibers. And separated sister chromatids are called as separated sister chromatids are called as the daughter chromosomes. And each set of the chromosomes reach at the two opposite poles of the sex. This is the third type of the karyokinesis. Last time, next type of the karyokinesis is a telophase. In a telophase, chromosomes reach at the opposite poles of, and there the decondensation begins. And chromosomes becomes thread-like thin. These chromosomes are the thread-like thin and start disappearing. Chromosomes become the thread-like thin and start disappears, and spindle fibers completely disappears. The spindle fibers, in this case, completely disappears, and two daughter nuclei are formed in the cell. Two daughter nuclei are formed in the cell, and nucleolus also appears. Nucleolus also appears in each daughter nucleus. This is the telophase. That means these are the completed the four types of the karyokinesis. And in this way, karyokinesis complete and cytokinase begins. The second type of the mitosis, the name is cytokinesis. The cytoplasm divides by the cytokinesis. The cytoplasm divides by the cytokinesis, and two new cells are the formed. Which are called as daughter cells. Firstly, cytoplasm divides, and two new cells are the formed. Are called as daughter cells. In animal cell, a notch is formed. These are the notch. This is the notch. This notch is formed in the animals, and the equatorial plane of the cells, which depends gradually, and thereby two new cells are the formed. Equatorial plane of the cells which depends gradually, and thereby the two new cells are the formed. In plant cell, a cell plate is formed. A cell plate is formed, and exactly along midline of the cell. Instead of notch. Notches are present in the animal, and notches are absent in the plant cell. Instead, instead the cell plate is formed exactly along with the midline in the cell, and thus cytokinesis is completed. The cytokinesis is completed. Now the next bit is the significance of the mitosis. There are the two types of the mitosis are the completed. Now the first type is a karyokinesis and number second is a cytokinesis. Now what is the significance of the mitosis? Mitosis is essential for growth of the body. Mitosis is essential for the growth of the body, and it is necessary for the restoration emaciated body. Restoration of emaciated of the body, and for wound healing, and for the formation of the blood cells and formation of the blood cell. This is the significance of the mitosis. First type of cell division, the mitosis is completed. And start with the second type or the second step of the cell division. Name is meiosis. This is the second step of the second type of the cell division. Name is meiosis. Meiosis occur in a germ cell. Meiosis occur in a germ cell, and meiosis is completed through the two stages. Meiosis is completed through the two stages. The first stage is a meiosis first, and second stage is a meiosis second. Meiosis first, and number second is a meiosis second. These are the two stages of the meiosis. We discuss about the first stage. Name is a meiosis first. Meiosis first. In meiosis first, recombination or the crossing over occurs between the homologous chromosomes, and thereafter those homologous chromosomes, that means not sister chromatids. These after those homologous chromosomes, that means the not sister chromatids are divided into the two groups, and thus two haploid cells are the formed. Divided into the two steps or the two groups, and thus two haploid cells are the formed. This is the first step of the meiosis. That means the meiosis first. You see in the textbook figure number 2.8, the meiosis first, and next is the meiosis second. Next stage, meiosis second. In meiosis second is just like the mitosis. Meiosis second is just like the mitosis, and the two haploid daughter cells are formed in the meiosis second. The two haploid daughter cells are the formed in the meiosis second, and undergo division by the separation of the recombined of the sister chromatids, and four haploid daughter cells are the formed. Process of gamete production and spore formation occurs by the meiosis. Spore formation occurs by the meiosis, and in this type of the cell division, four haploid daughter cells. Four haploid daughter cells. the cell division. In this type of the cell division, 4 haploid, that means the N. 4 haploid daughter cells are the formed and from one diploid cell. From the one diploid cell. That means the diploid. Diploid, that means the 2N. 4 haploid daughter cells are the formed from the one diploid cell. In cell division, crossing over. In cell division, crossing over occurs between the homologous chromosomes. Occurs between the homologous chromosomes and thereby the genetic recombination occurs. Between the homologous chromosomes and thereby the genetic recombination occurs. And the 4 daughter cells are the formed. The 4 daughter cells are the formed after the completion of the meiosis. When the completion of the meiosis, the 4 daughter cells are the formed when the completion, after completion of the meiosis, are genetically different from parent cell. Genetically different from the parent cell and from each other too. This is the meiosis. Complete the second type of the cell division is a meiosis. We are studied the first type of the cell division is a mitosis, and second type of the second type is a meiosis. There are the 2 types of the cell division, and each 2 types are the completed. And next is some questions and answers. Now the first question is what do you mean by the diploid cell? What do you mean by the diploid cell? Diploid means in a 2N. What is meant by the diploid cells? In cell in which chromosome number is a double. Chromosome number is a double are known as a diploid cell. Chromosome number is a double are called as a diploid cells. You know, the male and female gametes unite together. Male and female gametes unite together in the process of the fertilization. In the process of fertilization, you know that the fertilization, the union of the male and female gamete to form the zygote, and this process is called as a fertilization. There are the 2 gametes are involved in this process. The first is a male gamete and second is a female gamete, and their chromosomes mix together. Chromosomes mix together the zygote, and therefore the chromosomes number is always a diploid. The chromosome number is always a diploid. For example, is a diploid chromosomes number in human beings is how many chromosomes are present in the human beings? How many chromosomes? 46 chromosomes. How many pairs? 23 pairs chromosomes are present in the human beings. For example, is a diploid chromosome number in the human beings of 46. And we have 46 chromosomes in each of our body cells. On the second question is what do you mean by the haploid cells? That means the haploid in bracket N. What is mean by what do you mean by the haploid cells? The cells with only one set of the chromosome. Only one set of the chromosome is called as a haploid cell. At the time of the sexual reproduction, there is a meiosis. In meiosis, chromosomes numbers of the parental germ cells are reduced to the half, and therefore the gametes are the haploid. And the haploid chromosomes number is that means only N in human beings in the 23 haploid. Haploid means N. How many chromosomes? How many pairs of the chromosomes are present in the human beings? 23 pairs of the chromosomes are present in the human beings, and the haploid chromosome number in human beings is 23. And sperm and ovum both are the haploid. Sperm and ovum both are the haploid, carrying the 23 chromosomes of each. Carrying the 23 chromosomes each. Next question, question number. What do you mean by the homologous chromosomes? Next question. What do you mean by the homologous chromosomes? Now, every species has a definite number of the chromosomes. Every species has a definite number of the chromosomes pair in their the diploid cell. In their the diploid cell, in every pair, the two chromosomes. In every pair, the two chromosomes are different shape, different type, and different genes located over there. And such chromosomes are called as homologous chromosomes. Such chromosomes are called as homologous chromosomes. For example, is in human diploid cell. In human diploid cell, pair of chromosome number show the chromosome number 1 from the mother. Show chromosome number 1 from the mother and chromosome number 1 from the father. These two chromosomes are the homologous to each other. These chromosomes, these two chromosomes are the homologous to each other. Next question: whether the gametes are diploid or haploid? Whether the gametes are diploid or haploid? Fine. The cells that gives rise to the gametes are diploid. The cells that gives rise to the gametes are the diploid. That means the 2n. Diploid means 2n. And but by meiosis they give rise to the gametes which are the haploid. That means the n. By the meiosis they give rise to the gametes which are the haploid. And two haploid gametes undergo fertilization. The two haploid gametes undergoes the fertilization and the zygote form becomes once again diploid. Becomes once again the diploid. That means the 2n are the form. And how are the next question? How are the haploid cells formed? How are the haploid cells are the formed? Diploid cells undergoes meiosis. Diploid cells undergoes meiosis, and which is a reduced division. Reduction division, which is reduction division. In this way, haploid cells are formed. How are the haploid cells formed? The diploid cells undergoes meiosis. Diploid cells undergoes meiosis, and which is a reduction division. And in this way, haploid cells are formed. Next question: what is the importance of haploid cells? Next and last question: what is the importance of the haploid cell? The gametes that takes place in the sexual reproduction should be the haploid. The gametes that take part in the sexual reproduction should be the haploid. And otherwise the chromosomes number will not be the maintained at the constancy. For example, parents have 2n. That means the 46 chromosomes. Parents have 2n. That means the 46. 2n means diploid. 2n is equal to 46 chromosomes in their the cell. In meiosis does not take place in them. In the meiosis does not take place them. The gametes form will also contain 46 chromosomes in the meiosis, and the resultant offspring will have the 46 plus 46. It is equal to 92 chromatids. 92 chromosomes. 46 plus 46. 92 chromosomes. And such show the number will produce large scale abnormalities. The such scale number will produce large scale abnormalities. And but due to the meiosis, the gametes form are the haploid. Gametes form are the haploid, and thus the chromosome number is maintained and constant for the every species. And gametes are haploid cell. Gametes are haploid cell. Gametes are haploid cells, and this is the most important fact. These are the some questions and answers. Complete the chapter.
complete the chapter. The name is Life Process in Living Organism, Part 2. So, okay. Thank you.